you to come and visit our glittering city. This right here is the Augur's Quarter.
Oh, Lord Snow, take pity!
If you don't have an ID, you're never getting into the Augur's Quarter. If you really want to see one of the shows they hold there, you don't have much choice but the tour guide. The tour guide sneaks groups of tourists in through the back route to see the show in the Augur's Quarter. Trust me, he's not that hard to find. In fact, he's about the easiest person to spot.
I think we've got it now. I know how to get you into that palace. The gate to the Augur's Quarter is locked, and that's blocking you from the palace. If you don't have the proper ID...
Hail there, my stylish lady. You're just dying to see this show, aren't you? You can try to hide it, but I know what a woman wants.
Maybe. Maybe not. Either way, I don't have an ID to reach the theater.
No worries about that. I can get you a special ticket at a special price.
A ticket, huh?
Oh, you playing innocent? I'm sure you know about the sneaking in special. I help the poor visitors to our fair city, people who don't have the requisite IDs, to see our most famous sight, the show in our illustrious theater. And I'm the only option they've got.
So I buy a ticket and you get me in to see the show, and I've nothing to go on but your word.
My word is good, but I can't offer any guarantees. I mean, who knows if you'll make it back alive? That depends on Lady Luck. So put your trust in Fortuna and your money in my pocket.
Fine. But how about a few more details?
I knew you were up for it. All right, let me explain to you the brilliance of my little tour, shall I? It starts next to the monorail track. You know, the one that carries supplies from the industrial area. Up on that track, you'll find some of the best views in the city. If you know where to look, that is. I can take you up on the track from the industrial area and get you set up all nice and comfy. A perch with a view. You'll be able to see the Augur's Quarter and the theater.
Sounds easy enough. So where does Lady Luck come into it?
Well, the tour's not without danger. The chaos infusions have been hitting the industrial area real hard these days. You might have to fight more than just desperate tourists on your way to the best seats. I don't guarantee your safe arrival or return. All I guarantee is I'm the only way in. Not that it looks like you have plans of actually sitting down and watching a thing, my lady.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing. None of my business to say where you might be going or who you might be going after. I'm sure the Savior plays her cards close to her chest.
Gee, was it the posters around town that tipped you off?
I could sell you out to the palace guard, you know, make a pretty profit. I guess you'll also have to depend on your luck to see that I don't just do that, Now, don't you feel like coughing up and buying a ticket to my tour? I'll even give you a special price just for you.
If you want to betray me to the authorities, go ahead. But watch your back if you do.
Ooh, look out for the big bad Savior. A ticket for one. Time's on the ticket. Be in the industrial area by then or you'll miss your chance for the show. One of my helpers will be in front of the gate to the industrial area. Give them that ticket and they'll take real good care of you. You know the area, right? Past Central Avenue and then across the sand in the lower city. We leave on the dot, so don't you dawdle or you'll have to wait for the next tour. Thank you for your business, my good lady.
There are a lot of popular attractions in the Augur's Quarter. People want to see them, and it looks like there's a back route that people without IDs can use to get inside.
Every night, there's a play put on in the Augur's Quarter to honor God, the Song of the Savior. It's very popular with tourists.
How's the search coming along? I hope you haven't forgotten his name. It's Birdie, in case you have.
Lofty. There's a monorail near the palace that the supply train runs on. Let me guess. The enterprising tourists sneak into the Augur's Quarter along that track, right?
That's right. It's the back route we've been looking for. Of course, the crooks who run the tours will most likely have people watching the entrance. You should find that so-called tour guide right away and get the whole scoop.
I gave the letter to Pickett, although I guess it's more accurate to say he stole it off me.
He did? But you know what? It might be the last thing he steals. I saw him just a little while ago, and something was different about him. He seemed proud, holding his head high. Why, he reminded me of his father. I think his criminal days might be over. You did the right thing, helping that child.
Maybe you shouldn't call him that. Child, I mean. He seems more mature than other kids. If you treated him more like the young man that he's become, he might listen to you.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Of course. The next time I see little Pickett, I shall address him not as a child of my dear friend, but as a man in his own right. Thank you so much for all your help.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description.
No need for illusions. Blood's up now. For this. Can you see my blade? I will strike you down. No time for hesitation. I challenge you. What's up now? Let's do it. Lightning strikes. Final words?
Yeah. You got something to show me?
Here's my ticket. Good enough?
Damn right it's good enough for me. But can't you read? Showtime starts at 6.
I can't just hang around here. I'll be back.
Smart girl. Even if you're not smart enough to read the ticket the first time.
There's a supply rail that runs through the area. That'll be your means to sneak in. Everyone who signed up for the tour to see the show is meeting up at 6 p.m. You have to be at the gate to the industrial area by then.
Play with fire, you get burned. Can you see my blade? Let's do it. like this. Fool could not hope to win.
The satchel you recovered from the monster, that has to be Birdie's. Which means the music inside must be the song he wrote for Olga. I'm curious to hear it.
Let's just get it back to him, all right? Come on.
Sure thing. Birdie should be in the Reveler's Quarter. My guess is he's waiting somewhere around the fountain there.
Let's do it. And we meet again.
Dinner menu is amazing.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report Public Safety Office, Houston branch of the
And we meet again. I challenge you.
A warrant has been issued for the arrest of the woman calling herself the Savior. She is armed and considered extremely dangerous. Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security
Thank you.
officer.
I can finally return to Olga and present her with my new song.
Where have you been all this time? Don't you realize that people were actually worried?
Olga, my love, be still my beating heart. To hear your dulcet tones again, it's a dream come true.
Oh, it was very clever of me to ask for your help. Thank you for bringing Birdie back safe and sound. We artists are cursed with sensitive souls and our hearts are easily broken.
So that's how you treat sensitive souls, huh?
If you're talking about the way I speak to Birdie, everything I say comes from love. In any case, I owe you a favor. Olga shall sing for you. It's your favorite song, or so I'm told.
How would you know my favorite song?
It's not a bad song, it has its moments, but it doesn't compare to the sublime melodies that Birdie writes.
Is he really as good as you say he is?
Absolutely. Of course, I'd never tell him that. His head is already big enough as it is. Now I have a song to sing for an audience of one. I hope you feel grateful. This is a very, very rare treat, you know. Normally I only sing for Birdie or a...
Thanks, but tell me one thing. How do you know my favorite song? Who did you talk to find out?
A young girl called herself Lumina. Now, Evans, if you would.
Thank you so much. It really is wonderful to hear...
Yeah, that's right. It's always been her favorite.
I wonder if she's wherever she is today.
Guess it comes to this. Time to mix it up. The mist clears, the cycle.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons managed to carry. An enormous weapon. Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Good evening. It's now 5 p.m. and the nightly festivities are about to take place.
Sorry, but you're in my way. I will strike you down. Sorry, but you're in my way. Guess it comes to this.
sneaking in special, huh? The name says it.
What? This is trouble!
You can't move me. Guess it comes to this. Keep up if you can. The mist clears, the cycle is complete.
I just need to step through the gate. I used to be a...
Keep your complaint. Welcome! Welcome to the famous Sneakin' In Special.
Here's your ticket.
Very good, madam. In you go. Now listen up and let me explain the rules. Participation in the tour is strictly at your own risk. Whatever happens, it ain't our problem. And that's it. Got it?
Per the schedule, the delivery's made from the... Okay, there's a foul sea called Pandemonium that labors away in this...
You wanna play?
It is the last one of its kind in the world.
Can I reach it?
I wouldn't try. That foul sea is guarded more heavily than snow. Everything depends on it. It's the source of all the supplies that the world depends on.
You wanna play? I challenge you. You're down. Nothing to speak of. I don't have time to play. I challenge you. You're down. Can you see my blade? You're down. I'll make him dance. Lightning strikes.
an unbelievable scene, isn't it? The whole world's running out of energy, and Yusnan's no different. Yet...
Vanity'll do wonders. The fools are probably bleeding themselves dry for their glittering city. Challenge accepted.
Security alert code Bravo. Security alert code
Every day, it manufactures tons of food and goods, which are then distributed around the world. It produces useful goods from nothing, or so it appears. The truth is that it seems to use the chaos.
This'll be easy. So, the food that these people eat comes directly from the chaos? They put it right in their bodies?
More or less. Some people do find the idea repulsive, so they grow and consume their own food. All of the goods produced by the Fal'Cie come first to these.
Feel like dying? I challenge you. You're down. Think you might like this. Even the stars die, eventually.
This is where everything is sorted and accounted for. Then they're distributed throughout Yusnan, XIII, and other regions.
So the Fal'Cie here is the only source of food materials left for the people. I challenge you. Thanks for waiting. Think you might like this. Nothing to speak of. If Lord Snow were so inclined, he could monopolize the world's resources and become a tyrant.
That's why the people made him their patron. He's the only person they could trust to manage.
I will strike you down. I'll make him dance. Not a bad victory.
And that's what he did. Snow Major.
Oh, it's a tough road to take. But I've somehow made it all this way. If I just keep going up along these tracks, the most fantastic sight in the world will be waiting for me.
It's thanks to him the world hasn't descended into rioting for food and goods.
And yet here in Yusnan, equality seems like a dirty word. I don't have time to play. Let's do it.
Don't you want a little something? Hey, you gonna buy something? Welcome back.
Lightning strikes. Even the stars die eventually.
Keep going along this path and you'll reach the Augur's Quarter. Snow's Palace is just beyond that. My sensors are picking up chaos infusions throughout the city. If you keep going that way, you'll end up in danger.
Not a whole lot of other options there. I didn't want to miss the big bash.
Light, this is bad. The chaos just keeps on spreading. It's almost as if it gets stronger the more people come to the revels. But why would it?
Chaos feeds.
Those fireworks signal to the city that a performance is about to begin. Today, like every other day, the
I found you, Miss Me. You sure this is a good place for you to be? You can see it, can't you? This place is going to be Chaos City soon.
Lumina.
The sea of chaos that laps at your heels. It's one of Yusnaan's biggest sights. It's like part of the show. Wow, would you just look at it? The chaos is going to swallow everyone up. I think the Savior has to do something. Since it doesn't seem our patron is doing much locked up in his palace.
What's Snow thinking?
Oh, he's not. At least not about the city. He's just thrown his arms up and given it all up. He's pacing back and forth in that little room of his, waiting for the world to end. You know why, right? It's all because of you-know-who. She's the reason he's dead inside.
You mean Sarah?
That's it. You aren't so dumb after all. Of course it's Sarah. Snow's never been able to let go of her. Do you know how many years Sarah's been dead now? Even so, he goes on pining and dreaming and wishing. He basically wore every bit of himself away. And now there's nothing of Snow left inside. So sis, how about letting Snow free already? For his own sake. If you ask me, it's time he got out from under all the gloom and memories. Because otherwise, the only thing he has left to look forward to is the end of everything.
This'll be easy. Challenge accepted. Think you might like this.
want to at least go out in style, right?
Light, are you there?
I'm fine. I fell into the warehouses. Which way do I head from here?
Let's see. I guess that you're near the Augur's Quarter. Start by getting out of there, and quick.
Something happening?
I'm picking up strong chaos readings all over the city. I can't say what'll happen. Just hurry to the palace. I've run database checks on the warehouses around here, but I can't tell who owns most of this stuff. People just stored their things here and left them to rot. I doubt you'll find any hidden treasures.
Challenge accepted. Think you might like this. Challenge accepted. I'll make them dance. Even the stars die eventually.
They must have run into monsters along the way. Good news. That ID that you got your hands on was assigned to a high-ranking citizen. It should be more than enough to get you into the Augur's Quarter. I guess the original owner had the bad luck to run into him.
Challenge accepted.
Well, I don't really have to spell out the rest, do I?
She has rose-colored hair.
I play by my own rules.
The door is locked, but you should be able to use that ID to open it.
They're conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored hair and is carrying an enormous weapon. Citizens are asked to report persons matching this description to the nearest security officer.
If you have an ID, you'll be able to walk straight into the Augur's Quarter through the front gate. You should head for the Augur's Quarter before the deliveries start for the palace. That golden statue is a symbol of Yusnaan's wealth and power, and you'll certainly never get lost with that kind of landmark showing the way. You've got to get to the Augur's Quarter before the deliveries to the palace begin.
Citizens are asked to report persons matching your description to the nearest security officer. The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident. Investigators are currently assessing the damage. Early indications are that the woman calling herself the Savior was involved. The palace has been locked down as a security measure, and the distribution of supplies has been temporarily
Blight, things aren't looking too good. I'd hoped you could hide amongst the deliveries to sneak in, but...
But what? Change of plans?
Sure, I guess you could say that. For some reason, the service entrance was suddenly forced to lock down. That path is closed to us now. It's not certain why they suddenly closed shop, but it was about the same time that my chaos sensors went haywire. That kind of reaction, it can only mean two things. If we're lucky, it's just a new chaos infusion. If we're not, then it's a XIII. If Snow has finally lost his grip and become a XIII, he'll be nearly unstoppable. Light, pull back for now. We need to find out more.
I'm not done yet. Hope, start thinking up a new plan. One way or another, I'm getting into that palace.
But, Light...
XIII or not, nothing's changed. I am gonna save him. Well, after I beat some sense into that annoyingly thick head of his, that is.
Okay, Lightning. We've got to give up on the service entrance. There is one other plan I had considered. It's pretty destructive and definitely dangerous.
Doesn't matter. What is it?
As you can see, the palace is surrounded by a formidable wall. All ways in and out have been locked down, and there's no tunneling under it either. It looks quiet, but trust me, that wall is too well guarded to try and sneak over.
Yeah, can we get to the point, Hope?
There's no path, so you have to make one. A show is about to start here in the Augur's Quarter. A show with one fantastic finale. At the climax of the show, a stage and an actor on it is propelled up to the top of the set by a little rocket power.
And you want me to climb onto the set and jump into the palace? I hate to break it to you, but that's a pretty big leap.
Not if you can topple the set and form a bridge. Then you can just simply walk across. It'd be easy.
I'm not sure that easy means what you think it does.
Fireworks are launched all around the theater at the finale. If you increase the number of fireworks, well, you could weaken the set enough to bring it down.
You were telling the truth about it being destructive, weren't you?
And you don't have much choice.
I guess I've just got to keep moving. Keep your eyes front. Right.
That's the spirit?
Hope. Does that mean you'll be watching the rear? You'll have my back?
Of course I will. That's what I'm here for.
Up there with his lofty ideas and stomping all over us left down here. He's a slave driver who doesn't know when to... He's in a mood because he can't come up with the ending for his grand finale.
Investigators are currently assessing the damage. Early indications that a woman calling herself the Savior was involved.
about a souvenir?
Hi, welcome to my store.
Palace guards are conducting a search for the intruder calling herself the Savior. She has rose-colored. The cargo line has been severely damaged in an accident. Citizens are asked to report.
This is completely hopeless. Maybe I should just give up. I practice and practice, but no one cares.
No one cares about what?
Oh, you heard that, huh? Well, the thing is... Wow, look at you.
What is it?
I'm sorry. It's just that, well... You have the most amazing look, and it's like you have this incredible aura that screams, "Look at me!" I mean, I bet people stare at you all the time. God, you're so lucky. What's your secret?
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't have any secret. Why don't you take a breath and calm down for a second?
Right, I'm sorry. It's just that I got so excited. See, the thing is, I need people to pay attention to me. It's not that I'm vain or anything. I'm trying to make it as a baton twirler. I've gotten really good at it too. I can twirl with the best of them, but I can't call myself a performer without an audience.
It's not exactly my field, but have you tried working on your look, improving your stage presence?
Yeah, not so much. I spend all my time practicing the baton dawn to dusk. I've never had time to learn about clothes and fashion and things.
Neither have I. Trust me.
Shut up. That's not true, is it? I mean, look at you. And look at me. I wouldn't even know where to start. Wait! I have a fantastic idea. You wouldn't be able to help me accessorize, would you? Can you collect adornments for me? If I see enough of them, it might trigger my dormant fashion sense.
I wouldn't want to give out fashion advice, but if it's just collecting things, I guess I can do that.
Really? You'll help? Oh, you're the best! I mean, I've heard of adornments, of course, but can you just collect a bunch and show me what you find? It'll be a huge help.
You can buy adornments from merchants. I also hear some people hand them out for free.